Hello and welcome back to Tidbit of Torah. I hope you're enjoying the brightness of Hanukkah at this dark time of year. I want to start by sharing some gratitude, just as we light the Shamash candle, the helper candle first, in order to light all the lights of our Hanukkah. I want to recognize all those helpers in our community and thank each and every member of our HEA community for being a part of this community and showing up and being present and bringing your light. I want to thank all our tireless, incredible staff. I want to thank our board of directors and our lay leaders, our security team members, and all our volunteers who give your time and your light. And I want to thank our donors who help us to fulfill our vision and mission in incredible, important ways at this time. And I want to thank our children, because you help us define the joy, the light, the pajamas, as we celebrated at our Pajama Hanukkah party last Saturday, at a time when it can be frankly hard to feel the joy and find the light within all the darkness around us. In Judaism, there's a teaching that even at times of joy, times where we should feel a sense of elevation, we need to also recognize that there's sadness. The most famous of these times is the breaking of glass under the chuppah at a wedding, in which we recall the bitter-sweet nature of life, remembering the destruction of the temple, and that our love and joy can be big enough even to hold on to the brokenness that persists in our life. And so too, also when we are painting a new house, we are taught to leave a corner above the door unpainted or unplastered to remember the destruction of the temple, to remember the sadness that we still preserve, or to not place a final brick when we finish construction of a home or some other monument. And so we can make space in our life, even in times of joy, for sadness. And I think that is a beautiful lesson that we can bring to this ending of Hanukkah. At a time of year that is so dark, Hanukkah starts near the beginning of a new month, on the 25th of the month of Kislev. And then each night of Hanukkah at the beginning, there is actually less light at night, because we move towards Rosh Chodesh, which we hit a few days into the holiday. And in Judaism, Rosh Chodesh, the new month, is actually at the darkest time because there is no moon. And so the amount of light actually decreases as the amount of light on our Hanukkah increases as we light more and more candles. And we hit that Rosh Chodesh about 6 days into the holiday, and we feel the magnitude of that incredible amount of darkness. But then Hanukkah doesn't end there. Hanukkah actually ends after Rosh Chodesh, after we start to get a little bit of moon, and we actually start to increase light, not only on our Hanukkah, but also in the night sky, as we find a sense of hope, as we continue on into Shabbat and find more light at this time of year, more light in our relationships and the people around us. And so as we complete Hanukkah, I invite you to think about how you can create space for both joy and sadness, for both darkness and light, for both mourning and dancing, for both despair and hope. For some, that might mean not lighting the final candle on your Hanukkah, to be able to recognize that not all our joy is able to be manifested at a time when Israel is at war, at a time with so much anti-Semitism, at a time when we are worried about the health and safety and protection of so many people around us here and in Israel. So maybe that is your practice, to not light the final candle. Or maybe it's about creating space in some other way where you can hold on to the little bit of sadness that we preserve even at a time of such joy through conversation, through making space, through memory, or however that might be manifested for you. But I invite us to remember that our tradition can hold both. And so as we are coming to the end of Hanukkah, I invite us to just appreciate all that brings us in light into our lives, all the people that are helping you to bring your light into this world and who are shining it back at you. And I invite us also to make space for the parts of our lives where we still are not able to feel complete joy. And as we move from Rosh Chodesh into a new month, I hope that we can reach out and find some hope in that new month, in that future, a time where we can celebrate again together, a time where we can feel maximally elevated joy, a time where we can bring all of ourselves into the holidays that come forward. Shabbat Shalom and Happy Hanukkah to you and your family. Thank you for your light.